The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm sharing with you why I love game conventions. I'm really excited to kick off the year as I just came back from the SideQuest Expo in Portland, Oregon. It's actually a 2-day show. I was there for Saturday, and I just wanted to share some footage and talk about why I love video game conventions, all different sizes, small, medium, and large. This is a mid-size show that is growing. It's a 2-day event. It's actually happening right now. And as well as just sharing some of the great product that you can find at video game conventions, as many are popping up around the United States. And I like to support the community. I'm going to many game conventions this year. Some have been announced, others have not yet been announced, and so I'm really excited about sharing why you need to check out a video game convention if there is one in your area, as I think they have a lot to offer, and they vary from region, and yours may not look like the convention that I showed today, but there's so many great products and friends and things to check out. So sit back, relax, here we go. There was so much to see at this mid-size convention. Everything from Atari to Xbox. In the background there, Metal Jesus Rocks, who I had lunch with and got to enjoy talking to. Great friend. And just really going to this mid-size show, there was something for everybody. The vendors were very friendly. There was a ton of product. Everything from high-end. You had weird stuff like this. This is a obscure Tetris bestseller game hit, and this was a variation outside of the US. Lots of hardware as well. Check out all the different N64 consoles that a local vendor had, and it was really neat to see. Now the prices varied on product. You could go high-end, you could find a lot of high-end stuff, but there was a lot of affordable stuff as well. Always nice to see lots of Sega Genesis. There was a ton of Sega Genesis at this, as you know, that's a little bit more affordable for many people, and it was just great to see. I saw some of my favorite games here in this one bin, and you know, the prices were fairly reasonable. Lots of games under, you know, $5, $10, $20. You know, for Sega Genesis, you know, the prices vary, as some of this stuff is getting harder to find, especially complete in box. And you know, whatever you're into, maybe you're into more collectible stuff, but vendors had a wide variety of product. There was some Atari Jaguar hardware as well as games at this show as well. Really cool to see all the varied product. If you're into Nintendo, Sega, maybe obscure, check that out. A PowerFest 94 hat. Vendors had lots of different things to check out. This was one of the more interesting things. You had an ET prop. That was awesome, holding a Game Boy. Very sweet to see that. And as I went around, I saw some really cool things I wanted to share. The same vendor that I showed there had some original promo shirts, and he had some really neat stuff. There's a Halo Wars one. I know there's a lot of Halo fans that watch my channel, and it was really just nice to see at this convention such varied items. You know, some people get in their minds to think that like everything's high end at a show or expensive. No, a lot of these shirts were very reasonably priced, and you know, whatever you're into. But maybe you're into more Nintendo. Well, there was tons of GameCube. There was lots of GameCube, especially on the West Coast. You typically find a little bit more Nintendo items, but holy cow, there was something for everybody. And I know there's a lot of people out there that collect Nintendo, and there was entire vendors dedicated to Nintendo products. And you know, if you like what you see, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as I'm uploading lots of different content. Getting back to the show, check it out. Some boxed uncommon Atari games. Always nice to see that. Entomb there, kind of an uncommon one. There was a Starpath Supercharger games, a G.I. Joe color box, uncommon, a Magic game, Fathom, and what's there? Oh man, there's even some Fairchild Channel F games. And you know, the prices are gonna be you know, affordable, but you know, for some of the more uncommon and rare stuff, you know, those games are fairly expensive. But I thought that the prices were reasonable, and vendors did negotiate with you as time went on. So if you didn't like a price and it's still on, you know, on the table, After a few hours, you may want to go negotiate with the vendor. Here was a bin of Atari 7800 games, and they were all $5 to $10, and I think that's really affordable. So if you didn't have a lot of money, you could come to the show and still get a deal. There was lots of different things to collect, and as I'm a big Atari fan, I had to show some footage of some Atari cartridges. Nice to see some affordable games, as I mean, people are on different budgets. But the biggest thing was joining friends, talking to friends, Radical Reggie and John Riggs. Great help to me on my journey on my YouTube. Drunken Master Paul, if you didn't know, he's the one that named me, and the immortal John Hancock. So great to see him, and Metal Jesus Rocks. Mr. Rightway was there. It was great to talk to him and catch up. Here's the Entertainer, kind of an uncommon accessory for Atari computers, as well as just so much more. It was just great to go around. There was actually 2 rooms at this show. This is part of the second room, I do believe, and there was just tons of great product. And so the show is going to continue to expand, as there already talks next year about making it even bigger. So you may want to consider this if you're on the West Coast, or maybe you want to go to the West Coast for a great mid-sized show, and it typically happens in March. The SideQuest Expo, Josh Hamlin as the organizer, and he did a great job. Here's another table, N64 controllers, Avixport, TurboGrafx 16, great to see that, Xbox 360, and part of a PlayStation kiosk, I do believe, and so it was really cool to see all the different games. PlayStation 1 games in my area, PlayStation 1 games are getting hard to find. And here's some games, and there's even a few games here that I recommended on a previous video I did. Check out my PlayStation playlist. So you're probably wondering, what did I pick up? You know, my pickups have really slowed down, as you know, I'm really focusing at getting my collection out of my house. And so really, I'm really selective on what I pick up, as my space is limited. And you know, there was tons of things I wanted to pick up, but one definitely caught my eye, and it was a rare Atari 8-bit computer cart, Springer. Now, online, the Atari Mania rarity, I think, gives it a low number of 4, but in my area, on the West Coast, you don't find Springer on Atari 8-bit computer anymore. And so, you know, Atari 8-bit cart collecting is a lot of fun. As time moves on, it's getting more difficult to find uncommon and rare carts. And so finding this in person at a show was, for me, exciting. This is why I like to go to in-person shows, finding things that you may have never seen before. As you know, I'm looking for really odd and oddballs, older stuff. And you know, I'm really excited about upcoming show I'm going to is Korg's in Columbus, Ohio, and I hear that show has lots of older game items, and so I'm really excited about checking that out, as well as a Midwest Gaming Classic coming up in a few weeks. Really excited about both those shows, and I'm coming to many others. And I want to just thank everybody for coming to my channel, viewing my videos, as it means a lot to me. I've been doing this a long time, covering everything from Atari to Xbox, and I hopefully have a video for you. So in the comments below of the footage I showed, what was your favorite that you saw? Definitely let me know. And I want to thank everybody for coming to my channel. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You may even want to give thanks. You can do that too. And just want to say, you folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep it positive. This is the immortal John Hancock, and you take care.